A very good morning to all of you. So today's session we will cover an important topic, that is cancer. So cancer, one of the most frequently asked question as a LAQ is, what is the molecular basis of cancer? So first I would like to describe briefly what is cancer. Do you have any idea what is cancer? Cancer is nothing but an uncontrolled, abnormal growth of cell. Okay. So how you will define cancer? Cancer is nothing but it is an uncontrolled abnormal growth of cell. And cancer is also used, another term used for cancer is that of neoplasm. What is neoplasm? If you will split this term, then neo means new and plasm means growth. Okay. So cancer is what? Cancer is nothing but it is a new growth. So it is an uncontrolled abnormal growth of cell. When the cell division occurs uncontrolled way and cell are proliferated in an uncontrolled manner, then that condition is known as cancer. So come on the topic, what are the molecular basis? What happened at the molecular level? The healthy cell is turned into your cancerous cell. What happened? So first you have to know what happened normally in the healthy cell. Suppose this is the normal cell, and normal cell remain in a silent position. Okay. Then if cell start to divide, then what happened? That some growth factor will come. Growth factor, for example, platelet derived growth factor, or it may be epidermal derived growth factor, etc. Anything can be. Okay. Cell, so it's a normal cell, and when growth factor come, then this growth factor bind with the receptor. Bind with growth receptor. Bind with growth receptor. Okay. Suppose this is a cell, this is your cell, and this growth factor will come. Okay. And this growth factor, what happened? This growth factor will bind with the growth receptor. So growth factor, growth receptor binding will be there. Okay. Then when the growth factor combined with the growth receptor and this complex will form, it will further through a cascade of reaction, it will stimulate the cell division. So this is normally occur in your healthy cell. Clear everyone? Now, next what happened? So before studying any abnormal thing, you must have an idea what happened with your normal or healthy cell. So what in the normal healthy cell, what happened in normal healthy cell? In normal cell, there are 4 regulatory genes. In normal healthy cell, there are 4 regulatory genes present. Okay. So in normal cell, what happened? There are the 4 regulatory genes are present. What are that genes? First is that of proto-oncogenes. Proto-oncogenes. Second is your tumor suppressor gene. Tumor suppressor gene. And third gene is DNA repair gene. And fourth gene is apoptotic regulatory gene. Regulatory gene. Clear everyone? So these are the 4 genes which are normally present in every individual, in every healthy cell. First is proto-oncogene, tumor suppressor gene, DNA repair gene, and apoptotic regulatory gene. Now what is the function of all these genes? What is the function of proto-oncogenes? These are the growth promoting gene. Growth promoting gene. That means these are the genes which control the cell growth, cell differentiation. Okay. So what is proto-oncogenes? These are the growth promoting gene. Tumor suppressor gene. As the name suggests, tumor suppress. Suppress means suppress something, that is inhibit something. So these are the growth inhibiting gene. Growth inhibiting gene. Okay. Now DNA repair gene. DNA repair gene. As the name suggests, these are the genes which control what? These are the genes which control your DNA repair mechanism. Okay, as the name suggests, DNA repair genes. So these are the genes which control your DNA repair. Next is apoptotic regulatory gene. So these are the genes which control apoptosis. Which control your apoptosis. What is apoptosis? Do you have any idea regarding apoptosis? Apoptosis is nothing but it is a programmed cell death. Yeah? So these are the normal 4 genes which are present in every healthy cell which regulate the process of your cell division. Okay. Now we will study what happened in case of cancer. What happened with these genes so that a healthy cell will turn into your cancerous cell. So what is the mechanism? What is the mechanism in cancer? Mechanism in cancer. The mechanism in cancer is that in case of cancer there is overstimulation of proto-oncogenes. Overstimulation of proto-oncogenes. And there is inhibition. And there is inhibition of tumor suppressor gene. Tumor suppressor gene. So now you can understand how the cancer develop in healthy cell. There is a overstimulation of proto-oncogenes. That means if proto-oncogenes when overstimulated, then they start dividing cell in uncontrolled way because they are overstimulated and they are growth promoting gene. And secondly, what happened? The tumor suppressor gene. What is the function of normal tumor suppressor gene? They inhibit the growth. But in case of cancer, these are inhibited. So in the cell, the inhibition function is lost and accelerating function is start. That's why cell undergo uncontrolled proliferation. Got it? So in today's lecture, we will estimate how these proto-oncogenes are converted into your oncogenes. Okay? So what happened with your proto-oncogenes? So there were 2 scientists named Harold Varmus and Michael Bishop. Harold Varmus and Michael Bishop. These were 2 scientists, Harold Varmus and Michael Bishop, who discovered these genes first. Okay. Sometimes because an MCQ can be asked which 2 scientists discovered this proto-oncogenes. So the name of scientists is Harold Varmus and Michael Bishop. As I told you before, these are the proto-oncogenes, these are the normal genes. Okay, these are the normal genes present in cell. These are normal genes which present in the cell. And these genes are under physiological stimuli. Physiological stimuli means when there is any stimuli, only in that condition these genes will active. If no stimulus comes in form of growth factor, then these genes remain silent. So when cell needs any cell division, then some stimulus in the form of growth factor will come and then it will start activating, and these proto-oncogenes in that case activated. Got it? Now what is oncogene? So these are the normal genes which is present in every individual, in you and me, in everywhere, in all over the human existence. These genes are normally present. Now what are the oncogenes? Oncogenes are nothing. Okay, these are your mutated form of proto-oncogene. Mutated form of proto-oncogenes means when proto-oncogenes, due to the process of mutation can be a point mutation, chromosome translocation, anything. So what happened? Then these proto-oncogenes will convert into your oncogene. So you will write like this in your exam, like proto-oncogenes. These are the growth promoting gene, and when due to the process of mutation When mutation will occur in proto-oncogenes, then these proto-oncogenes will convert into your oncogenes. And these genes are autonomous. Autonomous means these undergo uncontrolled proliferation. Got it, everybody? So what is oncogene? Oncogenes are nothing but these are the mutated form of proto-oncogene. When some kind of mutation occur in proto-oncogenes, then these proto-oncogenes will convert into your oncogene. And when oncogene conversion occurs from proto-oncogenes, then these are autonomous. That means these undergo uncontrolled proliferation. Okay. Now we will study how this mutation will occur and how this transformation of proto-oncogene to oncogene will occur. What is the mechanism behind that? How this proto-oncogene is converted into your oncogene. So there is basically three kind of transformation. Three kind of transformation by which proto-oncogene convert into your oncogene. Proto-oncogene convert into oncogene. So what these kind of three conversion? First is that of, as I told you, what is oncogene? Oncogene is nothing but is a mutated form of oncogene. So what kind of mutation occur commonly is that of either there will be point mutation. Point mutation can occur in proto-oncogene, or there is a chromosomal translocation. Okay. So either point mutation can occur in a proto-oncogene, or chromosomal translocation can occur in a proto-oncogene, or gene amplification can be occur. So these are the important kind of mutation which occur in proto-oncogenes. So by these three kinds of mutation, that is point mutation, chromosomal translocation and gene amplification, by three mechanism a proto-oncogene can be converted into your oncogene. Clear? So first we will study point mutation. How point mutation convert the proto-oncogene into your oncogene. Have you heard the term before it? RAS gene. RAS is one of the most studied form of proto-oncogene. That is RAS gene family. Okay, RAS gene. What happened in the RAS gene?
RAS gene is point mutation.
Yes, RAS is a family of gene. This is the most common this is a proto-oncogene. RAS gene is your proto-oncogene. Okay. This is normally present in all healthy individuals, all healthy cells. And when due to mutation, when a mutation occur in this RAS gene, and what kind of mutation most common in this RAS gene is that of point mutation. Okay, point mutation. So when point mutation occur in RAS gene, then it will convert into your oncogene. Oncogenic RAS it will form. Clear? Now I will tell you next how this RAS is converted into your oncogenic RAS. How point mutation occur and how this healthy RAS will convert into your oncogene. So before that you should know what happened normally with the cell. What RAS will do normally and how it help in the cell division normally in the cell. Okay. So what happened in case of your normal cell, your normal healthy cell. So in normal healthy cell what happened? Suppose this is your normal healthy cell, okay, and this is your RAS gene is over there. This is your RAS. Normally what happened when cell is in your silent mode, when no cell division, then RAS become inactive form, and when RAS is in inactive form, it is attached with GDP. So what happened when a RAS is attached with GDP, then it is its inactive state. Okay, when RAS is attached with GDP, then it is in inactive state. Now suppose now cell wants to divide, then what happens? Cell growth factor will come. Okay, if cell starts to divide, then growth factor, that is physiological stimuli, will come, and then this growth factor will combine with your growth receptor. Okay, so when growth factor will come, it will combine with the growth receptor. Then growth factor, growth receptor complex will form. When growth factor will attach with the growth receptor, then it serves some kind of signal in the RAS. Okay. So it sends a signal. Now suppose RAS is in inactive form, it's in sleepy mode. RAS is sleeping. Okay, I am sleeping when GDP is attached. But when stimulus is come, when growth factor come and it will combine with the growth receptor, and this complex send a signal to the RAS. You should active. You just wake up and do your work. Okay. Then what happened? As the stimulus come, then some kind of configurational change occur in RAS, and then what happened? This in RAS, this GDP will convert into your GTP. Clear? So I am just repeating once again what happened. Initially RAS is in inactive state, so it's in sleepy mode. Okay. When GDP is attached, then RAS GDP combination in its inactive state. When cell needs divide, cell wants signal and it start to divide, then growth factor will come, and then this growth factor will combine with your growth receptor. Then growth factor growth receptor complex will form, and this complex send a signal to the RAS. And now RAS undergo configurational change. And when RAS undergo configurational change, then what happened? This GDP is converted into your GTP. And when RAS is attached with GTP, it comes into its active form. Now RAS is active. For example, suppose you are in now sleepy mode, and when your exam will come, then exam is what? Exam is your physiological stimuli. Then you wake up, oh now you have to study. Similarly, example is like RAS. Now RAS is in sleeping, like you are sleeping, and this stimulus is like your exam. Now you just wake up, now I have to study for pass my examination. Okay. So now RAS attachment with GTP, it's come its active form, and then through various signaling pathway, it will cause mitosis or it will cause cell division, and cell will divide. Cell divide. Okay. So this happened is normally in healthy cell. Now it's not like that is your normal healthy cell divide. No, there is some, after some time cell don't need any division. It should be stopped, na? Okay, isn't it? Then what happened? Then there is some kind of protein will come, and this protein is that of gap protein. GAP. What is gap? Gap is that of GTPase activating protein. GTPase activating protein. Okay. When cell don't need any division, now cell is exhausted, okay, now I don't have to divide. Then what happened? Then a gap. Gap is GTPase activating protein will come into the cell and it send a signals. And when this protein will come, then what happened? This GTP again convert into your GDP back. Okay, so as soon as GTP convert into your GDP, is RAS comes in active state or inactive state? Inactive state. Okay, so as soon as GTP convert into GTP with the help of this GTPase activating protein, then RAS again become inactive state and cell division will stop. Clear? So this is normally happen in your healthy cell. Okay, now how you will write in your exam? You will just make this diagram and you will write it everything in a flowchart form, so that it's a easily understandable form in your examination. Okay. So how you will write? You will write a normal cell, then RAS attached with GDP and inactive state. Isn't it? When RAS attacked with GDP, it's an inactive state. Then what happened? Then growth factor come. Growth factor come. Okay. When growth factor come, then what will happen? Growth factor combined with growth receptor. The growth factor plus your growth receptor complex will form. Growth receptor complex. Okay. And when this complex will form, then what happened? Then RAS becomes active. RAS become active. Means, what it means? RAS become active? GDP converted into your GTP. Clear? Till here you are clear, everyone? Okay. So what happened in normal cell? RAS is attached with GDP, and when RAS is attached with GDP, it's in inactive state. when some physiological stimuli in form of growth factor come, then what will happen? This growth factor combine with the growth receptor, and then growth receptor complex will form, and when this complex will form, it sends some signal to the RAS gene, and then RAS become active, and when RAS become active, then what will happen? This GDP converted into your GTP, okay, and itself cell division start. Cell division start. Okay, so this happened in case of your normal healthy cell. Now, what happened? Cell division, your cell division complete. Cell division complete. Suppose cell now divided fully. Okay. Now, normally what happened? This step should be like this division should be stopped. Then cell division complete. Then when what happened? Then your gap protein. Gap protein come. What is gap protein? That is GTPase activating protein. Okay. Then what this gap protein or GTPase activating protein will do? It will convert your GTP into GDP. As soon as this GTP convert into your GDP, then your RAS become inactive. Okay, and RAS come in its inactive state, and your cell division stop. Cell division stop. Okay, clear? So this happened in your normal cell, normal healthy cell. Now what happened in case of cancer? How cancer developed when this RAS is mutated? Okay, what happened this? So what happened when this RAS is mutated? RAS gene is mutated. Okay, when RAS is mutated, then it will convert into your RAS oncogene, isn't it? When mutation will occur in the RAS is what? RAS is nothing but it's a proto-oncogene, and when point mutation occur in RAS, then RAS become mutated, and when RAS gene, which was previously proto-oncogene, is mutated, then it will convert into your oncogene, and it becomes RAS oncogene. When it's in mutated form, then what will happen? Then the gap protein activity is lost. Okay, in mutated form, the gap protein activity lost. So when gap protein activity is lost, then what will happen? GTP cannot be converted back into your GTP. This step is blocked. So conversion of GTP is stopped to GDP. Then is it RAS becomes inactive? No. Then RAS is permanently in its active state. Permanently in active state. Got this point? Okay. So I am just repeating what happened. Normally what happened? RAS is your proto-oncogene. When due to the point mutation occur in your RAS proto-oncogene. And what happened? When point mutation occur in this RAS proto-oncogene, then after mutation it converted into your RAS oncogene. Okay, and because of this mutation, what happened? The gap protein activity, that is GTPase activating protein, which was active previously, that activity is lost. So what happened? When this activity lost, then your GTP cannot be converted back into your GDP. And when GTP cannot be converted into your GTP, your RAS is permanently in its active state. Because until unless RAS is attached with GTP, it's always in its active state. And when RAS is permanently in an active state, then cell divide continuously. Cell division continuous. And if cell division continuous, it will result in uncontrolled cell growth and develop a cancer. Clear everyone? So this is the mechanism how a proto-oncogene is converted into your oncogene and how the cancer developed from proto-oncogene. This is the mechanism. Okay, clear? So this is the example of your point mutation. Second most also important mutation, that is chromosomal translocation. Okay, so chromosomal translocation is also an important mutation which occur in proto-oncogene and convert this proto-oncogene into your oncogene. Acha, one thing I would like to tell you, what are the example of this RAS gene in human body? That is mutation of your KRAS. When KRAS gene mutation will develop, it will cause colon cancer. When mutation occur in your KRAS gene, then it will develop colon cancer. When mutation occur in your NRAS gene, then it will develop melanoma. So you have to remember these two example of your RAS gene mutation in human. In human, when there is a mutation of KRAS, then it will cause colon cancer, and when the mutation occur in NRAS, then it will develop melanoma. So at your level, you have to know these two examples. Okay. Now comes on what is chromosomal translocation. How the process of chromosomal translocation will occur and convert your proto-oncogenes into your oncogenes. Okay. So what happened in the chromosomal translocation? Do you understand the term translocation? Do you have any idea about the term translocation? Translocation means from one position something is switch over to other position. Okay, कि मतलब एक जगह से उठ के दूसरी जगह चले जाना, that is translocation. Anywhere, okay, switching of something from its original place to switching to another place, that is your translocation. Okay, so one of the most common known example in human body is that of ABL and BCR gene mutation. ABL and BCR gene. Okay, what happened? Suppose this is your chromosome. This is your 2 chromosome. Okay, this is your 2 chromosome. This is chromosome number 9 and this is your chromosome number 22. Okay, on chromosomal number 9, this ABL gene is present. This is your ABL gene. Normally, okay, in a healthy individual, this ABL gene is present in chromosome number 9, and this BCR, this is your BCR gene, and this BCR gene is present on chromosome number 22. Okay, this is normally happened in healthy cell. Now, due to any reason, due to exposure of suppose some carcinogens, due to exposure of any alkali, due to exposure of any UV radiation, mutation occur in this chromosome, and that kind of mutation is that of chromosomal translocation. Okay, chromosomal translocation. Then what will happen when this chromosomal translocation will occur? This ABL gene from chromosome number 9 to shift to the chromosome number 22. I am repeating what happened. This ABL gene is present on chromosome number 9, and normally this BCR gene is present on chromosome number 22. When due to any reason, due to exposure of any carcinogen, what happened? Mutation occur in this chromosome, and that kind of mutation is chromosomal translocation. Okay, and because of that translocation, this ABL gene, which was present previously on chromosome number 9, its original position was chromosome number 9, but because of mutation, because of chromosomal translocation, this ABL gene is now switch over from chromosome number 9 to chromosome number 22. Okay, as I told earlier, translocation means switching off something from its original position to somewhere else. Okay, then what is that happened after translocation? What picture comes? Now this chromosome is like that. This is your chromosome number 22, and this is your BCR gene. This is your BCR gene, which was previously itself present on chromosome number 22, and now this ABL gene is also translocated from chromosome number 9 to chromosome number 22. Okay, so this ABL BCR, now what? This is not hybrid gene is formed. This hybrid gene is formed, and what kind of translocation it is? It is 922 translocation. It is also known as 922 translocation. Okay, clear? on chromosome number 22. And after translocation and after the formation of this hybrid gene BCR ABL, now this chromosome number 22 is known as Philadelphia chromosome. Philadelphia chromosome. Okay, it's very important question for your MCQ. Frequently asked MCQ, which chromosome is known as Philadelphia chromosome? It is also asked in Viva also. Okay, Viva point of view and MCQ point of view, this is very important. Which chromosome known as Philadelphia chromosome? So remember, it's chromosome number 22. Okay, and what kind of translocation it is? It is 922 translocation. Why it is called 922 translocation? Because from 9th position of ABL gene, it is now because of translocation switch over to chromosome number 22, and now this ABL BCR hybrid gene is formed, and this chromosome 22 is now known as Philadelphia chromosome. Okay, then how you will write it in your exam? First you will make all these diagrams in your exam, okay, and you will write in this way: ABL gene present on chromosome number 9, and BCR gene present on chromosome number 22. Okay. Then what happened? Mutation. Due to any reason, mutation will occur. And what kind of mutation? That is chromosomal translocation. Okay. So chromosomal translocation occurred. Then what happened? Translocation of ABL gene from where? Chromosome number 9 to chromosome number 22. Okay. So what happened? ABL gene is normally present on chromosome number 9, and BCR gene is normally present on chromosome number 22. When mutation will occur in these, and what kind of mutation? That is chromosomal translocation. Then what happened? Then there is a translocation of ABL gene from chromosome number 9 to chromosome number 22. Okay. Then what happened? Then ABL gene, then there is a formation of ABL BCR hybrid. On which chromosome? On chromosome number 22. And what this chromosome is now known as? Philadelphia chromosome. Okay. Philadelphia chromosome. Clear? Clear everyone? What happened after mutation and translocation? Okay, Philadelphia chromosome is formed. Now you just tell me, this hybrid gene is normal or abnormal? This is abnormal gene, isn't it? This is abnormal gene. So being abnormal genes, it has uncontrolled signaling, because it's not normal. It is after translocation, this is abnormal gene, this is a hybrid gene. Then what happened? Then it has a uncontrollable activity and signal transduction. It has uncontrolled activity and signal transduction. And because of uncontrolled activity and signal transduction, what happened? Cell division occur uncontrollable, and when cell division occur uncontrolled manner, it will develop cancer. Okay, so this is the example how chromosomal translocation, the proto-oncogene ABL BCR convert into your oncogene and develop your cancer. And one of the well-known established example of this is that of CML, that is chronic myeloid leukemia. In human being, the CML, that is chronic myeloid leukemia, occur by the chromosomal translocation of this ABL BCR hybrid gene. Okay. And one important example you should also know, that is Burkitt's lymphoma. Have you heard this term Burkitt's lymphoma before? Burkitt's lymphoma. In pathology you have studied this term Burkitt's lymphoma. Okay. How this Burkitt's lymphoma developed? Similar chromosomal translocation occur in Burkitt's lymphoma. Burkitt's lymphoma. Like there is a 922 chromosomal translocation, here there is a 814 chromosomal translocation will occur. 814 chromosomal translocation. So what happened normally? This is your chromosome number 8 and this is your chromosome number 14. Okay, chromosome number 14. On chromosome number 8 there is a gene which is known as MYC gene, MYC. In short form we just call this MYC gene, MYC. MYC, that is MYC gene, is present on chromosome number 8 and on chromosome number 14 there is a IgG gene is present. Normally, this is present normally in healthy individual. So due to some mutation there is a chromosomal translocation will occur. Then what happened after mutation? After chromosomal translocation what happened? Now this chromosome and translocation occur from which position? From 8th position to 14th position. Now the MYC gene which was present on this chromosome number 8 is translocated and switched over to chromosome number 14. It happens similarly as it was happening in 922 chromosome. Okay, so this is your this is your IgG gene which is normally present on your chromosome number 14 and now this MYC gene which was present on chromosome number 8 is now present on chromosome number 14. Okay, so switching occur from chromosome number 8 to chromosome number 14 and this is normal or this is abnormal? Obviously this is abnormal. This hybrid gene is also abnormal and it similarly is that of it also has uncontrolled activity and results in uncontrolled proliferation and develop cancer. And one example of this c-MYC gene mutation and it will develop your Burkitt's lymphoma. Okay, so this question is also asked in MCQ and Viva also, okay, how the Burkitt's lymphoma develop in human beings. So development of Burkitt's lymphoma occurred through conversion of proto-oncogenes, that is MYC and IgG, which were proto-oncogene, and because of mutation, that is chromosomal translocation, there is a switching of MYC gene from chromosome number 8 to chromosome number 14. And what happened? There is a hybrid gene. There is a formation of this hybrid gene. Ig-MYC is hybrid is formed. And this hybrid gene is not normal. This is abnormal gene. And it will cause uncontrolled proliferation of cell. And when there is an uncontrolled proliferation of cell, then what develop? Cancer will develop. And this, the example is c-MYC gene mutation, which causes Burkitt's lymphoma. Clear? So this is all for today's session. We just studied and understand how this proto-oncogene convert into your oncogene. And in next lecture, we will study how the tumor suppressor gene, what is the role of tumor suppressor gene in the development of cancer. Okay? Thank you everyone.